Okay, let's move on to the topic of highest common factor between a set of numbers. In this example, we've listed out the factors of 8 and 12. So the factors of 8 are 1, 2, 4 and 8. And the factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. If you're unsure about how to find factors of numbers, please refer to my earlier video. Okay, so what we need, what we do is basically find what the common factors are of our two numbers here, and we just select the highest one that's common, and that's it. So let's see let's find the common factors of 8 and 12. What number is in this list and in this list also? Yeah, we find there's 1. Any other number? Yep, there's 2. Any other number? Yeah, there's a 4. 4 is in both of these lists. Any other number? That's it. Yeah. So now, what would be the highest common factor then? Now that we've found all the common factors, the highest common factor would be 4, because that's the highest. That's the highest common number here. So basically that's it. So we say that the highest common factor of 8 and 12 is 4, and that's it. I mean, in our next example, we'll be going on to techniques using, finding prime factors when we go on to sort of larger numbers. So if you're unsure about how to do finding prime factors of numbers, please refer to my earlier video also. And that's basically it. That's the highest common factor. Okay, in this example we're going to find the highest common factor of numbers, but now we're going to be using the prime factors instead of writing down all the lists that we could have done. Now basically what we do is we've done the prime factor, we've found the prime factors of our numbers. So basically we're trying to find the highest common factor of 12, 16 and 18. So we've done the prime, we've reduced these numbers into their prime factors. If you're unsure about how to do this, please refer to my earlier video. So the prime factors of 12 is 2 squared times 3, and the prime factors of 16 is 2 to the power of 4, and the prime factors of 18 are 2 times 3 to the power of 2. So that's it. Now we've found the prime factors. Now this is the different bit. If you compare the method of finding the lowest common multiple, which we discussed in an earlier video, there's a difference here. Now basically what we do is we just pick out the common prime factors in all the numbers that we've found. So we've got factors here, we've got factors here, and we've got factors here. We pick out the common prime factors with the lowest power. So looking at our factors here, which factor is common in all of them? Let's see. Well, we've got a 2 in here, and we've got a 2 here. Yep, we've got a 2 here as well. So yeah, 2. So 2's definitely there. 2's definitely there. But remember, we're finding the lowest power of our common prime factors. So what is so we know that 2 is there. What's going to be the lowest power of 2? Is it going to be 2 squared, or 2 to the power of 4, or just 2 on its own? the lowest powered one is going to be just 2 on its own. So yeah, we've got 2, so we can just write down 2. Now what other number is common in all of them? Let's have a look. We've got a 3 in this one, 3 in a factor of 12. We haven't got a 3 in a factor of 16 in finding the prime factors of 16. There's no 3 here. What about here? Yeah, we've got a 3 here. We've got 3 to the power squared. But did it meet our condition that it has to be the common prime factor in all of them? Because there's no 3 here, we can't say that 3 is a common, prime factor here. So that's it. We leave it then. So the only number that we've got left is 2. So that means the highest common factor of 12, 16 and 18 is 2. So the HCF is 2. And that's it. So this example is introducing the method of finding the highest common factor using the prime factors. And basically we're saying we look for what is common in all the prime factors that we found, and we pick the lowest one. Yeah, so the highest common factor of 12, 16 and 18 is just 2. Okay, let's do some more practice using some larger numbers this time. Let's find the highest common factor of 42, 112 and 392. Like in the previous example, we've worked out the prime factors of these numbers. So the prime factors of 42 are 2 times 3 times 7, and the prime factors of 112 are 2 to the power of 4 times 7, and the prime factors of 392 are 2 to the power of 3 times 7 to the power of 2. So yeah, now that we've found the prime factors, remember what we do? We pick out the common prime factors with the lowest power. So let's have a look. What are the common prime factors that we have? Yeah, we've got a 2 in every one of the prime factors. So we've got a 2 there, and we've got a 2 there, and we've got a 2 there. So that means 2. We'll have 2. We select 2 as a number. Now, what is the lowest power of our common factors? The factors that are common to every one of these. What's the lowest power? We've got 2 to the power of 4, and we've got 2 to the power of 3, and just 2 on its own. So the lowest one is going to be just 2 on its own. Okay, what other number have we got that's common in all 3 of our prime factors that we've found? The solutions for all 3 of our numbers. Is 3 in all of them? No. What about 7? Yeah, 7 is here, and 7 is in here, and 7 is here also. So yeah, we've got a 7 there, and we've got a 7 there, and we've got a 7 there. Right. So yeah, so we write down 2 times 7. Now what is the lowest powered version? What is the from our number 7? What is the lowest power? We've got a 7 squared, we've got a 7 on its own, and we've got a 7 on its own. So the lowest powered one of 7 is going to be just 7 on its own. Right, so is there any other number? No, that's it. 3 is not common in all, 3 is not found in here, or here, or here, just here. So 3 is just there, so it's not common. And that's it. So basically, once we've got our common prime factors with the lowest power, we multiply them. So we get 14. So what we say is the highest common factor of 42, 112 and 392 is 14. And that's it. So we just again we just follow the our formula here of finding the common prime factors with the lowest power, and once you found them, you just multiply them together, and that's it. Okay, we've got another example here, but this time with some large numbers now. Again, we've done the prime factorization. So basically we've got 84, 392 and 5,488. We found, so basically how do we find the highest common factor of these three numbers? So we found the prime factors of 84, which is 2 squared times 3 times 7, and the prime factors of 5,488, which is 2 to the power of 4 times 7 to the power of 3, and the prime factors of 392, which are 2 to the power of 3 times 7 to the power of 2. Okay, so now that we've got the prime factors of the three numbers, do you remember the procedure? What do? We find the common prime factors with the lowest power. So let's start with 2. Is 2 common in all of the results we've got? So yeah, we've got 2 here. Yeah, we've got our 2 here, and we've got our 2 here, and yeah, we've got our 2 here. So 2 is definitely common of our prime factors. So we write down 2. Now remember the second criteria, which is the lowest power. So what is the lowest power of 2? We've got 2 to the power of 3 here, and we've got 2 to the power of 4, and we've got 2 to the power of 2. So which one are we going to pick? Yeah, we're going to pick this one, 2 to the power of 2. Okay, so this is okay, so we found our first number here. What other number is common? Let's see 3. Is 3 a common prime factor in our results here? We've got a 3 here, but there's no 3 here, and there's no 3 here. So we can't use 3 to find the highest common factor. So we leave 3. What about 7? Let's have a look. Yeah, we've got a 7 here, and we've got a 7 here, and we've got a 7 here. So yeah, definitely we can use 7, so we write down multiplied by 7. Now, what is the lowest power of the 7? We've got 7 on its own here. We've got 7 to the power of 3 and 7 to the power of 2. So which one are we going to pick? Which is the lowest one? It's 7, isn't it? So just 7 on its own. So that's it. So we found the highest common factor of 84, 392 and 5,488. It's 2 to the power of 2 times 7, which is 4 times 7, which is 28. And that's it. So here in this example, the point was to identify here, rather than just having 2 on its own, we've got another. We've got a power here, and we just pick out the lowest power. So that was the trick with that was the point of this example. So yeah, that's it. So once you found the the highest, the common prime factors and the lowest power, you just multiply them, and that's it.